Hey everybody, welcome back to Sponge's Tech Tips. It is nasty up here in Washington. Like towards the end of April, 2/3 of the way through April, and apparently we get April showers here, so it's pretty gross. Working out here in the misty rain. Working on a, let me turn this around, working on a Chrysler Town and Country. You can see right there. This is a January of 2015 model. Check the door. I don't want to flip the camera, but you can see right there, January 15 production. What we were doing here is we have a tail light that is cracked. You can see some damage through here, and it broke the seal. And it's actually full of water. It's kind of hard to see, but it's full of water. So I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm going to tell you, not that anybody needs any guidance on this. This is so easy, but I might as well walk you through it since we're doing it. But we bought an aftermarket taillight, which the quality is pretty nice. I mean, you can see it's very comparable to the, if we can hold that back far enough, very comparable to the factory one in quality from what I can tell. Let's see. Just I can tell you where we bought it from. Let's see. Autoholic Inc. Autoholic Inc. is where we ordered this from. I don't see, I mean, obviously made in China, CNO. There's really no manufacturer's name on it. There's no other paperwork, but it came in and I was doing the swap and I ran into a little problem, and I'll show you what that is as we go through here. So obviously if you're buying a factory tail light and doing a swap, you probably won't run into this problem. But if you are doing an aftermarket one, you might run into this problem. So right out of the gate, your tools you're going to need is 10 millimeter ratchet socket. Doesn't need to be that long because you're just going to 2 bolts right here. I already took those out. You can see you had an upper here and a lower here. Remove those. That's it. The other thing you might need is a panel popper, like a plastic. Something. This one has some scratches already, but ironically, probably because this thing got popped lightly at some point in time, it just pops right out. So pop out, the tail light comes, kind of pull it towards you. There's 2 little clips. Once you get it out, right here you've got a little press button here, and you push that button and the plug will come out. And now your taillight, your broken taillight, is done. Actually, here, let me show you. I'm gonna do a little close-ups here. So now the next problem I ran into while I was trying to install the new one, I could not get the new plug. Everything's wet here. Sorry, guys. I could not get the new plug, the male, to plug into the female. And after a little inspection, I figured out why. So if you look at this one, your contacts are separated. They kind of have a gap between it. And if you look at this one, they're not separated. They have a large plastic surround in there. And I was trying to figure out what's going on. Why couldn't I get this? So I start looking at the plug, and it has a separation in there. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll just change, instead of changing the bulbs. Oh, by the way, I should tell you, the new light came with no bulbs in it. So I had to take the bulbs out of the old one and put them into the new one. There was a slight fitment issue, but with just a little finagling, I got it in there. Then I decided, well, maybe I'll reuse this plug. But it turns out that this connection here and this connection here are different. This one actually disconnects. This is off the new one. The old one does not disconnect. And then those are actually plugged in inside, and the plugs are different. So we couldn't use it. So I was trying to figure out, what do I do here? How do I get this thing to adapt to that? So what I actually ended up doing, if you actually grab your plug, get yourself some needle nose pliers, and go into the plug and grab that little white connection and pull it out. It's not even fastened in there. So what this was is, this is the old surround that goes inside of this one. Not sure, I think it would go, I'm not sure which way it goes in there, but somehow this surrounds this one, and that's that missing surround. So I don't know why that runs freely in there, but now once I got that off, out of the plug, now the new plug, which is a tiny bit different, will actually plug. You line it up, and then if we push, this red thing's got to be back. Click, right there, and now it's clicked in. So, pretty simple. One of those things that took me 5 or 10 minutes to figure out why things weren't happening the way they were. But hopefully for those of you that are using an aftermarket taillight who might run into the same problem, that might help you solve the problem. So to reinstall the light, you are going to line up the pins right there, top and bottom. Press it forward till it clicks in. This one's under some tension, so it's just popping out. And then you're going to reinstall your two 10mm bolts right there. Again, make sure to put the new light bulbs in there, and then once you get everything installed, I would throw on the lights, or maybe have somebody stand behind you and make sure that everything is working correctly. So, all right, guys, hopefully this helps you out. You Chrysler Town and Country owners, or any tech that happens to run into the same predicament that I did. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel for more helpful tech tips, and I hope you like it, and feel free to comment. All right, guys, see you on the next one.